Terra Novo Lyceum and Hello World. I'm your host, Dalva, and for the week of July 16th through the 22nd, the year's already half gone, we will be drawing cards from the Earth, turn that so you can see it, the Earth Magic Oracle deck by Stephen Farmer. So I have this nice picture here of Ostara. Of course, we've drawn from this deck several times before, always get really great readings. Before we get started, let's take a nice deep cleansing breath in. Let it go and let it flow here at the top of the week. So astrologically, we have a new moon Monday the 17th. So if you didn't join us or aren't going to join us for, depending on what time I post this video, right? For our new moon manifestation circle, be sure to come on the site and put your intentions underneath the video, okay, or underneath the announcement so we can hold space for you, okay? So, and we have something exciting here in our card reading already, but first, deal with our first things first. First card here is Volcano, okay, so volatility. This feels like something that has been ongoing. Maybe, for me, I know it's been ongoing since spring, but I feel like there's just been a lot energetically, astrologically, in the everyday 3D reality world, just a lot happening, a lot going on. Maybe we're getting a little tired, maybe we're getting a little short-tempered, maybe things are shifting and moving and changing, and all of our previous reference points are just gone. And that's enough to make anybody cranky. I know it certainly doesn't sit well with me, but this is just sort of, I think, a message here that yes, this is ongoing, and whatever needs to change, let it. Okay, and that's actually backed up by the rest of the reading. Whatever is trying to go, let it go. Whatever is trying to come in, let it come in. Fighting any of this, any of these changes that are occurring is just, you're going to blow up. Okay. This also reminds me a little bit of the Tower card from the traditional tarot. It's a lightning strike. In this case, it's a volcano blowing up. But when that happens, it's never completely unexpected. We always are kind of like, yeah, well, I'll deal with that thing later. Or, oh, yeah, I need to take care of that, but this other stuff is happening. It's not completely unexpected. It's usually a surprise, though. It's like, oh, I thought that was going to last a little while longer. Boom. Okay? So just be aware that this energy is floating around right now. It may have already been for you floating around. Flow with it. Okay? And I'm so excited because we do have that new moon in Cancer on Monday. And then I pulled the new moon card. Isn't that fun? Promise. So why it's important to kind of go with the flow and to let things fall apart so they can fall together. Okay? It's because we're starting a new cycle. We're starting something new, new relationships, new careers, new beginnings, new projects. You know, a promise. Okay, a promise of something new, of something renewed. Okay, this is coming after this. Okay, and this is fire, right? And it's earth and fire, but there's fire to it. And I think about those. I think they're bushfires that they have in Africa, and it's like they know every year this is going to happen. That so much of this forest is going to be destroyed, or so much of this landscape is going to, lightning strikes. Okay, again, lightning. More fire, and it's going to cause so much of it to burn down, but out of all that ash, all these new plants and all this new vegetation, all these new trees grow. So this is kind of, there's something trying to come in, there's something trying to be born, there's something trying to, that needs to be created, that needs that energy, and sometimes that means letting something else get wrecked, let it get tore down, let it get thrown away, let it go. Okay, so you have room for this. And again, I would encourage all of you all, I usually put up an announcement. Okay, so we're going to have the new moon circle, all things being equal, okay, at 3 o'clock Eastern, okay? So If you can't attend, please put your intentions down below. You know what? I may even later, instead of the question for the week, I may even just ask you, what are your intentions? What do you want us to hold space for? Okay, I feel like this new moon particularly is kind of important because we're letting go of so many other things. So let us know so we can hold space. All right. And it brings us to our third card, and I don't think it's an accident. This is water. Okay, river, movement. Okay, let it go, let it flow. And I feel like that's emotions. There's a lot of emotion there, okay? The volatility from previously, right? And now we're being asked, let things happen as they will. Okay, that's the promise coming in. Okay, letting it flow, letting that energy flow so those things can happen. Okay, this may also mean an action step for you. Like maybe things have fallen apart. You know what you want in its place. Set that intention and then take action. Okay, we can sit around all day. There's that saying, wish in one hand and, etc., etc., right? Like we want to avoid that, but is there an action step you can take? Is there something that that while this is happening, that you can kind of take a step forward? Okay, there's something falling apart. What do you need to bring that part of your life back into balance? What do you need to bring that part of your life into flow? What do you need? Where do you want that part of your life to go? Okay, whatever you were doing wasn't working, so what does it look like when it does? All right, and what steps can you take now to make that happen? Okay, movement. So I feel like this whole reading here, that there are things, again, like falling apart, and it feels like a falling apart so they can come together. But that there's a promise, there's a new cycle, there's a new beginning, there's something trying to be born, trying to come through. And we, by letting things fall apart, by letting things flow, by especially our emotions, okay, letting our emotions flow. If you're grieving over the loss of something, the volatility, let yourself grieve. Take time to grieve. If you are moving from one stage of your life to the other, take the time that you need to sort of sit back and sit with that. Okay, like kind of, okay, where do I want to go from here? Get an idea of where you want to go, where you want that river to flow, where you want your life to flow. Okay, you gotta cry over it. You gotta go take a soak in the bathtub. You gotta drink more water and stay hydrated. You gotta whatever you gotta do to kind of get into that space where you can let that move, where you can let that shift. Okay, and then what action step can you take? Okay, so this feels like a lot of internal things happening. I think there's some external stuff maybe prompting it, but it does feel like there's a lot of inner work that we're being asked to do this week. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. If you have anything that you want us to hold space for, please leave it below as well. All right, I will talk to you all again soon. Hope everyone has a fantastic week. Bye for now.